Let's go ahead and talk about this Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford fight that's coming up soon. I'm excited for the fight personally. Can't wait to go ahead and watch it. The big man versus the medium sized man, as my boy Scott Hall used to say. Can the medium sized man get it done? There's a lot of different variables that come into play. Now, I'm not going to be like the rest of these clickbait grifting channels throwing out all type of accusations about snack, about tainted beef, all that BS. Nah, not here. We want to talk about skills. We want to talk about what's actually going to happen in this fight. I'm trying to figure out if Canelo's going to try to use that arm breaking effect that he used in the Callum Smith fight, I think it was, in the Bivol fight where he targeted the guard, that Rocky Marciano technique, punching at the arms, make the arms fall so the chin and the head are vulnerable. I wonder if he's going to try to do that on Crawford, or is he going to just strictly try to go ahead and box him? It could be a whole lot of different things. Is Crawford going to fight this whole fight southpaw, or is he going to go ahead and try to fight this man orthodox? I'm sitting up here thinking about it. Both these guys got a big tool bag on both sides. So you never know how this fight can turn out. So many different styles, so many different type of skills and techniques. And I think one of the key factors in this is the coaches, what they see behind the tape, behind the scenes. What are they studying? What are they seeing? What type of game plan are they going to implement into this fight? And that's the most exciting fight about this, when you got two great fighters like Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. What are they going to do? How are they thinking? How are they feeling? And then what's going to happen when they both get under the bright lights? Both of them have both been in high stakes situations before, but it's different when you're in this fight, which is the fight of the century. Now, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, they were in the same situation too. They were in big fight situations before, but when it came for them to face each other, they were a little nerve-wracked themselves. They weren't fighting as the best they could, or they weren't fighting like, expected. They did a good job, don't get me wrong. It was really a real good technical chess match between both. But we seen them just go all out in different fights. The Chop Corley fight, when Floyd told that guy to stop bitching and start fighting. And then Manny Pacquiao, the way he just murdered Margarito, and he was fighting off the ropes. He took a body shot and just came back blazing and beat the hell out of Margarito. That's what I'm wondering if the stage fright might go ahead and have these guys a little bit reserved, Bud and Canelo. But, those are the things and the questions that we should be talking about, that we should be promoting. But instead, we got these grifters and clickbaiters trying to ruin the fight even before the fight happens. And the most terrible thing about it is that to the casual fan or somebody who is trying to come back to watch the sport, these type of headlines, that ruins it for them. And that's a sad situation, because what happens is that maybe they'll look into it and be like, oh, these two are fighting. What's the news behind it? And then when they look at the news, it's like, oh, boxing is back on its BS again. I'll pass. Let's go watch some UFC. And that's what we don't need. But you can't tell these guys that, because they're too busy strip mining the business and doing anything for clicks. Because if you don't know, YouTube has changed the algorithm. Views aren't enough to go ahead and get your video up on the front page. You need engagement. So therefore, you got to go ahead and spread controversy. And like Eric Bischoff said, controversy creates cash. And so that's what it's all about for these YouTubers. They've made this platform into their full-time job. So they got to do whatever it takes, lie, grift, in order to go ahead and make that mighty dollar. And that's sad, because at the end of the day, the sport gets affected. And we're trying to see boxing back on top. Right now, it's a niche sport. It's not even on, it doesn't even have any major network deals. And that's sad. It's been forced and reduced to an app. And that's where we're at. because of clickbait and grifters. And that's sad. But I'm still looking forward to the fight. Like I said, all those techniques and all those skills, that's what I'm looking for. What are you looking for? Let me know in the comment section.